for Nairobi. Chair, this NMRTS, we call it Nairobi Mass Rapid Transit System, is the ultimate solution for congestion. You've traveled the world. Many places where you go to, you wonder where are people, because you don't see them and you know the population of that place. But the people are on the underground, because you have the rail in the core areas, and as you move outside the core CBD, it comes up. Now, Chair, this plan, which for me it's a huge milestone, because even when I was here, I kept saying the solution for congestion in Nairobi is a mass transit system. I have friends who are even billionaires in New York, but they don't own a car, because they know that the public transport system will be on time, it is regular, it is convenient. Now, for the city of Nairobi, it has been more than 80 years where this plan has been spoken about. Chair, in 1948, when the county planners were planning Nairobi, they said Nairobi would need a metro system. In fact, they drew up what we call a ring railway and CBD rail links. It was in the plan. In 1972, there was what we call the Urban Study Group, Nairobi Study Group. 1972, what we had called the Nairobi Metropolitan Growth Strategy provided for a mass transit system that has rail, has BRT, has NMT, all of those incorporated into one. It was never done. In 2014, the third one was Nairobi Integrated Urban Plan, new plan, provided even more details. It was never done. It was never done because the three ingredients were never thought of critically: the money, the institutional framework, and innovative transport-oriented development. Chair, we have worked on this for the last 3 years, together with the Executive Office of the President and Head of Public Service. There's Dr. Sylvester Kasuku, who was in charge of LAPSET before. And the document that we have today, and I'll be very happy to share with you, is so clear on the phase one of what we need. It's $7.78 billion. But the $7.78 billion has been broken down to different components of financing. Some is coming from the pension funds. Some will come from the transport-oriented development because of land value capture. Some of it will come from government, at least $3 billion. And we are now setting up a project management unit. So my cabinet had to pass the Nairobi underground core. And fortunately for us, all the studies that have been done, JICA have done the study, Chinese have done the study. In Nairobi, it is very easy to go down because not a lot of services are underground. We don't have much services underground. It's just water, a bit, and that's at low level. If you go just down here, at this junction, and you see what we have done, the crossing of Haile Selassie and Uhuru Highway, it was done in record time because it was easy to get the TBM, which is called the tunnel burrowing machine, to go down, to open up the space, and to build. You actually will end up having almost a city. Now, when I was talking to London Mayor, he said, we are jealous. Because if today, with the hindsight knowledge we had, if we were able to redraw, and it's like we have a blank canvas, if we're able to now do our mass transit system, we would do it completely different. Remember, in London, I think the Euston station was done in 1836. The technology we have today, the knowledge we have today, so that is a solution, Senator Mogeni. A mass transit system. And we are going to achieve it. The BRT lines had been drawn, nothing was moving. I remember pushing for line 3, which comes from Dandora, Juja Road, coming all the way to CPD, going to Ngong. European Investment Bank came to see me when I became governor. French Development Agency, that's 74 million euros for us and 314. But the National Cabinet had not approved. It took me 2 years to get cabinet approval for the financing of line 3. And even after that, the financing request has still not gone. So you see, this one that we are doing now together, because we've passed it in our cabinet. Dr. Kasuku yesterday was the PSS of transport and of roads. We're going to take it now to the national cabinet because it's a joint effort. That is the one thing that will modernize the city. So as it is for now, Senator Mogeni, we have to grapple with the traffic that we have. However, in the BRT, because there are all these 5 lines, there's a dedicated line The dedicated line where only public transport vehicles use are what the ambulances are also going to use, and what fire engines are also going to use. On the issue of, so I hope I've explained. I think I want to write an article about this NMRTS because it is transformational. It is the one thing that Nairobi has been missing. You know, God blessed us with location. You can be, and the international community has seen it. That's why everyone is coming here. UN have come here, UNICEF have moved. I was talking to another UN agency, they're moving their headquarters, Microsoft. Because Nairobi is central, God has given us location.